I know that I'm gonna take his lads out in the first round.
Champion of the world, Justin.
Aparece otra persona completamente. Obviamente que todavía se sienten las molestias y cosas así, pero tal parece que no estaba en ninguna pelea, de verdad. Se le ha ido toda la hinchazón de la cara, se le ha bajado todo tipo.
How much damage has actually accumulated, but towards the end, I remember seeing how swelled up his eyes were, and yeah, that big knee definitely took the spirit, that he had.
The latest discussion suggests that concerns about a lengthy absence may have been overstated. According to reports circulating in the MMA community, Ilia Topuria is recovering faster than many expected, with speculation about a possible return before the end of the year. As a result, attention has shifted from the severity of the injuries to questions about his next move.
You were just saying there beforehand that stylistically, this is a very, very tough fight for Justin Gaethje against Ilia Topuria. If you were Justin Gaethje and you had his skill set, how would you approach the fight?
God, it'd be a lot of movement, man. It would be about interrupting the timing of Topuria, trying not to be stationary. Ilia is so good. He's so good when he sets his feet. He throws with so much power. But if you keep him moving and shifting, it's hard to generate as much power. At least I'd imagine it would be harder to generate that type of explosive power. So I try to mix in some wrestling, and I would be movement heavy, I think.
Daniel Cormier said the key was constant movement and footwork. By keeping Ilia Topuria moving and unable to set his feet, Justin Gaethje disrupted his timing and reduced his power. Even so, Gaethje later admitted that Topuria had already caused significant damage early in the fight.
And I think there was one question he got asked at the press conference, and he answered it. He's like, I don't know if I'm going to win or lose, which is a fair answer. I get it. Like, you never know when going into a fight, you're going to win or lose. But the way he said it, I'm like, but again, look at Strickland, 45 minutes before the fight. Imagine he did an interview. I'm going to fucking gas out. So you can't go off of that, but there's Ilia's aura and Ilia's skill set right now, his confidence. It's like, holy shit, this could be, I don't know. I like Gaethje and he's I don't really know. I don't know. I think Ilia could KO him, but I hate to say it because it's just like, I don't know.
Before the fight, both Sean O'Malley and MMA Guru viewed the matchup as highly unpredictable. They noted that Ilia Topuria's confidence was one of his greatest strengths, alongside his power and finishing ability. While they acknowledged that Justin Gaethje always had a path to victory, they also believed that if Topuria performed at his peak, a knockout win was a realistic possibility.
When you're in there, you're not really focusing on their face and how much damage has actually accumulated. But, towards the end, I remember seeing how swelled up his eyes were. And yeah, that big knee definitely took the spirit, that he had left. He's so skilled. It's just he's going to have a very big challenge, mentally and emotionally when it comes to, coming back and performing. But his skill level is second to none when it comes to his ability to, pick his shots. And, he's still one of the best. He just needs to understand that this is a crazy game. Anything can happen. And you got to go in there with the mentality.
Justin Gaethje gave credit to Ilia Topuria even after defeating him, describing him as one of the most skilled fighters in the sport. Gaethje suggested that the toughest challenge ahead may not be physical but mental. Topuria's abilities are not in doubt. The real question is whether he can return with the same confidence, aggression, and belief that helped make him one of MMA's most successful competitors. How he responds to that challenge could shape the next stage of his career.
That's what I feel inside my body, but, I haven't made a choice. Yeah, I'm very interested to see what happens in that fight. Max definitely knocked me out, but I feel like I got that win back with the Ilia Topuria fight. I would love, as I've stated hundreds of times publicly, I would love to punch Conor McGregor in the face. So yeah, I'm excited about that fight. I'm excited to be there and watch it.
Yeah, bro, he's one of the only guys that you haven't had a chance to punch in the face.
Exactly. There's no doubt he's one of the biggest superstar in the sport, and so fighting a guy like that, obviously does great things for me financially, and for my legendary status and stuff.
Even after a career-defining win, Justin Gaethje has several possible paths ahead, including retirement discussions, another title defense, or a long-rumored matchup with Conor McGregor. Each option carries significant competitive, financial, and legacy implications.
doing good. You know, tough kid, obviously. After the first round, his eye was bothering him. You could see that he got hit. Justin just kept busting him up the next couple of rounds.
Yeah.
And Ilia really wanted to continue. I actually think he probably won that round, too. His corner, I think, stopped the fight.
Health-wise, Dana?
He's doing good. He's doing good, you know. Tough kid, obviously. You know, after the first round, his eye was bothering him. You could see that he got hit. And at one point, he, like, started covering his eye like this and was kind of, you know, messing with it. And then, you know, Justin just kept busting.
Topuria is going to need time to recover mentally, emotionally, and physically. He's never lost before. This is gonna take something to overcome. One of the things that was Topuria's greatest weapons, greatest strengths, greatest traits, besides his overall ability and technically be sound, and you know, he was a full package. He really was. Talent-wise, technique, everything. But one of the things foremost that leads the way for all those things to mean something is he has.
Dana White revealed that Ilia Topuria was dealing with vision issues from eye damage early in the fight, while Justin Gaethje continued to exploit that weakness as the bout progressed. However, according to Teddy Atlas, the toughest challenge may come after the physical injuries heal, as Topuria must now overcome the mental and emotional impact of his first professional defeat. His talent remains unquestioned, but the MMA world is waiting to see how he responds to the first major adversity of his career.
It's the pressure fight. Oh, right hand, he hurt him.
I mean, Ilia's face is just destroyed.
We literally had him get out of the octagon before the hands even raised and sent him to the hospital.
¿Qué es la recuperación de Ilia?
Todas las recuperaciones son diferentes, todos los cuerpos reaccionan diferente, pero físicamente, por lo que yo ya he visto ya del día al día, ya parece otra persona completamente. Obviamente que todavía se sienten las molestias y cosas así, pero tal parece que no estaba en ninguna pelea, de verdad. Se le ha ido toda la hinchazón de la cara, se le ha bajado todo tipo de hematoma que tenía. Obviamente tiene molestias todavía y sin sensibilidad alrededor del rostro de la cara, pero a la vista de un ojo se ve una persona ya muy recuperada y no ha pasado ni una semana casi, una semana y 2 días.
Es decir, eso naturalmente y de forma normal, esos huesos van a soldar. Gracias a Dios no hace falta cirugía. Esos huesos supuestamente se van a ir pegando poco a poco.
Sí. Lo que el doctor nos comunicó fue que entre 6 a 8 semanas eso debe soldar de la forma adecuada, sobre todo porque no hubo un displacement fracture, no hubo desplazamiento orbital de hueso, entonces eso va a sanar solo entre 6 y 8 semanas. 6 a 8 semanas para que eso sane y suelde, ya después de ahí a que pueda empezar a luchar, a que pueda empezar a hacer, va a tomar un tiempecito para que eso de verdad se solidifique ahí, y yo creo que eso por lo menos estamos hablando de fácil 2 a 3 meses. ¿Quién sabe? Vamos a ver. O por lo menos empezar lo que es las conversaciones para una revancha a principios de año, ¿sí? Yo creo.
The latest recovery update has given fans reason for optimism, with reports suggesting that Ilia Topuria's swelling and bruising have improved significantly and that surgery may not be necessary, as the reported orbital fractures are expected to heal naturally. While that does not mean an immediate return to competition, since full recovery and fight preparation require additional time, it suggests the setback may not keep him sidelined as long as some initially feared. However, many analysts believe the greater challenge may not be physical at all, but rather how Topuria responds mentally and emotionally to the first major defeat of his professional career.
I don't think Justin's going to win.
Really?
And I think a lot of people thought I was saying it just because he beat me.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I mean? Which, you know, to be honest, that might have played a part in it. Know what I mean? The fact I hate Ilia and the fact that Justin beat me and I like Justin, that might have played a part in the fact. But I was saying to people before it, Gaethje gets you into that dogfight, drags you into it. Know what I mean? And Ilia's never had that. Ilia's never had to come back from adversity. Ilia's only ever been the hammer He's never been the nail. Know what I mean? That's why after that fight with Justin that I had, I knew I could come back stronger and better because I've done it before. I don't think Ilia Topuria ever comes back the same. His whole mindset, his whole like ego, know what I mean? Like his is like, I'm undefeated, no one can beat me. Having celebrations the night before the fight. I just don't think he'll ever be the same. He's never had to come back from nothing like that. I've had to face adversity.
Demetrius Johnson offered a candid assessment of Ilia Topuria's defeat, arguing that Topuria had spent much of his career as the dominant force in his fights rather than the one forced to overcome serious adversity. Johnson's view was that true growth often comes from setbacks, and this loss may become a defining moment in Topuria's development as a fighter. Rather than questioning his talent, the discussion centers on how the experience will affect him mentally and emotionally, and whether he can return with the same confidence while adding the lessons learned from his first major defeat.